Hello and welcome to Good Medicine. I am your host, Mary Sheehan. Today, we're going on location. We're going to Lake West Medical Center in Willoughby, where we're going to talk to some employees of MaxWellness, the very knowledgeable and caring Scott and Diana. Scott Kaverick is the Director of Wellness, and the lovely Diana Zimmer is a MaxWellness advocate. So let's go inside Lake Hospital, through the lobby, right next to the gift shop, and into the MaxWellness store and check it out. So we're here at MaxWellness inside Lake Hospital in Willoughby, where they have pretty much everything from acidophilus to wheelchairs, all carefully selected to provide answers for healthy living. With me here to start us on our little tour is Scott Kaverick, who is the Director of Wellness here at MaxWellness. Thank you for taking us around here.
Thank you for having me, Mary. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. We're going to start here with the physical therapy section.
Okay.
You have really tiny amount of space here. So
Yeah.
it seems to me that you've carefully selected, say, these products. Could you just tell us why these products were so important for you to carry at MaxWellness?
Well, they're important because they were recommended by the Lake Health staff.
Interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. And in meeting with the staff, these were the products that that they really felt were most beneficial for their patients on
Meaning
discharge.
someone from MaxWellness sat down with actual physical therapists and said, what do you guys think is important for the patient?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Wow. Can you show us a couple of what people are purchasing that they need for their physical therapy?
Sure. The Kinesio Tex Gold Tape, it's a wrap. It's very good for pain. The exercise bands
Okay,
are
they like those?
right, just good for a variety of different exercises. And they come in different strengths, from low, medium to high tenseness. And the exercise pulley set was another product that was recommended by the Lake Health staff as well.
So something someone could purchase to continue their physical therapy at home,
Absolutely.
on their own with the therapist.
Right.
And I also see that you have the weighted balls, which I guess are physical therapy likes those. I know the celebrities love those. And you have some dumbbells, tiny sizes. You know how hard it is to find little tiny dumbbells?
I'm sure it is.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
because people want the big ones. So this
Yeah.
is all carefully selected, again, by the recommendations of the physical therapy department.
Absolutely.
Now, if they ever come to you guys and say, listen, this is something we like and we think the patients would benefit from, is this flexible? Is your inventory
Definitely,
flexible?
definitely, because it's all about the patient's needs, and we have
love
to be
that.
open to communicate with them.
I love that. It's like the connection
Absolutely.
between, you know, the medical community and a wellness community with the patient in mind.
Absolutely correct, yeah.
All right, so let's step over here to the heart,
Okay.
health, and fitness section. First of all, I have to say blood pressure monitoring. Do you know how many blood pressure pills I give out on a daily basis as a pharmacist? A ton of them.
I'm sure.
I would bet more than half of those customers do not monitor their blood pressure.
Okay, you
So
would
how do-
know.
Yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking to myself, you know, how do we know that this is working? So these monitors you selected for what reason? There's tons on the market.
Right. We only carry the LifeSource brand. It's a very high quality. It's got a lifetime warranty. So
Oh, that's important because you'll
absolutely.
be monitoring for your whole life.
Absolutely. We got a lot of people who come in who say, well, the cuff is broken, but the machine still works.
Yeah, what about that?
Problem is solved with this manufacturer. If anything goes wrong with this this unit, they just bring it back to us and we take care of it for them. So
Are
whether it's the cuff or the unit.
Oh, that's really good. So that's good service.
Absolutely.
And are these ones that are kind of foolproof, that they put their arm in and push a button and it gives a reading?
Absolutely. It's fully automatic. It'll take an average of your blood pressure, so you know, because
I love
blood pressure,
that.
as you know, can vary
Yes,
quite a bit.
It does, and
depending
then
on what you
people are put on blood pressure medication or whatever they're doing. Say they're starting even an exercise regimen to lower their blood pressure.
Yeah.
And they go into the physician, well, how's your blood pressures? I don't know. So they take it in the office. That's just a snapshot.
Absolutely.
Love the idea
Yeah.
of monitoring blood pressure.
Definitely.
Along the lines of heart health, you have some products that you carry, specifically ones that I see people coming in and asking for is coenzyme Q10.
Right.
Do you guys carry that?
We do carry CoQ10.
Do you carry the ubiquitol, which is kind of a different, and can you
The
tell
more
us the difference?
absorbable, yeah. The ubiquinol is a more absorbable form of the CoQ10.
Oh, I was saying it wrong. It's ubiquinol. Yes, okay.
It means found everywhere.
Okay, because it's found
Because it's
in your
everywhere
body.
in your body, yeah.
People are asking for that, and
Definitely.
like everything else, a high quality product would be important.
Absolutely, we're very selective. When we consider bringing a product on board, it's got to be high quality. Purity is very important. And is it going to work? Is it going to do the job for the patient or the customer?
So they do have some studies. I know the Japanese have done a lot of work with CoQ10.
Right, absolutely.
Another thing for heart healthy people are like all really wanting is the essential fatty acids.
Right.
They're coming in and they're wanting the essential fatty acids. They don't know what that is. So when you have someone wandering in, say they just had heart surgery and they really want to take control and get well and change their diet and change their lifestyle.
Yeah.
What are you recommending in the line of essential fatty acids and why?
Well, we talk about it's a very comprehensive issue. You know, it's not usually just one thing. What we talk about here a lot is that wellness is a very multi-layered thing.
I agree.
You know, and the experts will tell you it begins with diet, and we don't want to preach to anybody here, but it's, you know, diet and exercise obviously are important, and some very purposeful supplementation. So when it comes to heart health, essential fatty acids, we talk about fish oil, which has a lot of proven studies behind it.
Yep.
You know, you even have doctors and pharmaceutical companies that are on board.
Doctors are recommending fish oil.
Absolutely.
And so then what's happening is the people are coming in and saying, okay, I need fish oil, but you have to be careful with that.
You do, absolutely.
Why?
Well, the purity issues come into play. You know, there's some practices out there that you know, result in a less than pure product. So we're very, very particular about the products that we select.
It has to be cold pressed. I look at that when I'm looking at a product to recommend to somebody.
Absolutely.
Hasn't been exposed to heat because it weakens. It's such a delicate oil.
Absolutely.
Fish oil.
Yeah. 100% pure salmon oil, which is, you know, just virgin. It's a whole food. Body recognizes it as food and absorbs more of it. So that's important. And you don't have to worry about the purity issues. The krill oil is also.
Yes, people have been asking me for that lately.
Yeah, very popular. Yeah.
Same thing though. Has to be cold pressed, a certain purity.
Right.
Worry about heavy metals.
Absolutely.
Things like that.
Yeah, definitely. And it's more absorbable. At least that's the the information
The
that's
data
out right now.
that those companies have.
Absolutely.
You also sell oxygen in a can. All right,
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, who and why? But then again, who thought would be drinking bottled water?
Well, we're breathing it, and you know the funny thing is that I don't know if it's funny, but it's kind of sad in a way. But oxygen levels are much lower now than they were, you know, even 15, 20 years ago.
The pain management doctor that was on my show said the same thing.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Absolutely. So it's great. It's, you know, for I think athletes use it a lot. They use oxygen, you know, to recover
from.
Take
a little hit, don't they?
Take a little hit.
Of oxygen, get it in the blood, let it do its thing.
There you go.
All right, Scott, I'll have to take
the
your
stuff
word for
of
that.
life.
Maybe I'm going to take a can of that for the ride home. And now we're here with Diana Zimmer in the diabetic health section. Diana, you are a wellness advocate here at MaxWellness.
Yes, I am.
Diabetes. It's breaking us. It's killing us.
It is. And the numbers are getting larger and larger and larger and younger and younger in the United States.
It's a huge problem.
Yes. All the sugar that we are consuming on a daily basis is killing us.
Over a lifetime, over a generation.
Yes.
So obviously diabetes it's a lifestyle related disease. No one is naive about that. We understand that.
Yes.
It's going to take sometimes medication along with exercise, along with some lifestyle changes. But also there are really some good products that can support people in their journey from type 2 diabetes back to a normal metabolism. What are you finding that people are wanting or coming in here looking for?
Well, you know, it's actually relatively new for a lot of people, so it's more about educating them when they do come in here, showing them the products and giving them some guidance as far as what they need. Because they really don't know what they can do besides the diet and the exercise and reducing their sugar intake.
Okay.
One of the main things, though, the first things that we could present to them would be the stevia. Stevia is a 0-calorie sweetener that comes from a plant.
Right.
It's an herb, so it's not an artificial sweetener. It has not been altered in any way, shape, or form by mankind, except for, you know, putting it in a bottle or putting it in little packets. So.
And it's been around for a while.
Exactly. Well,
but
yes.
nobody knew about it until someone
Absolutely.
put it on, you know, TV in a commercial.
Right.
And so I've noticed when I was buying stevia way back before it was cool that there are different levels of sweetness. Some stevia I found more bitter. Quality is important with stevia, is it not?
Absolutely. And I believe that the green stevia is actually the best. So, but, you know, as they, you know, finalize it and put it into these great products here, then, you know, they definitely have what we have here is going to be the best of what you can find on the market.
A lot of the diabetics come in my pharmacy too and say, you know, I've heard that there's supplements geared directly for diabetics, and they know some stuff in it, like they know that they should have chromium.
Oh yes, chromium is, that is the mineral in our body that helps us balance our blood sugar. So when we don't put enough of that in our system on a daily basis, our sugar that we eat on over-the-counter sugar, you know, you get at the grocery store, the white purified sugar, it has no chromium in it.
Right.
So originally, sugar cane has chromium in it, but when they process it, they strip it of all
Just
the
like
minerals.
any other processing. You take out kind of the good stuff too.
Right.
So you're finding, I see people come in the pharmacy looking for a good, just diabetic multiple vitamin, and that's something you can, if they want that.
Yes.
And I always tell people too that whenever you're taking a vitamin or an herb or a supplement, that should go on your med list with your glipizide and your metformin and whatever else you're taking, so your doctor knows and they can monitor you.
Yes, and just to give you an example, when I was pregnant, I had gestational diabetes.
Oh, yeah.
And I was recommended by a natural health care practitioner at that time that was, pre-MaxWellness, that I, would be safe for me to take chromium at that time. So, I mean, there are things that you can do for yourself. And, the products that we have here, ranging from the diabetic multivitamin with the chromium, and then also the blood sugar balance that we carry by Dr. Vanessa, is actually by an actual medical doctor. It's been formulated. So he does have the medical knowledge plus the natural health care knowledge, and he kind of combines them together.
Yeah.
So
and it's kind of a combination like what you guys are doing.
Absolutely.
Like this little wellness oasis in a hospital.
Yes, and then we have, the Cinnabetic here. Also, cinnamon there's been a lot of research done on cinnamon itself to actually help balance the blood sugar as well. Not only that, it's a good source of fiber, good source of calcium. So you're getting more than just, when you're taking a natural health care product, your natural wellness product, I should say, you're getting more than just what is on the bottle. You're getting more benefits from it. So.
And I also noticed that you carry the AccuCheck, you check the monitors and the strips. Again, for people that need to monitor their sugar. I find out in the pharmacy sometimes where people maybe get ill and they need to monitor more frequently, and although we think insurance is going to cover that stuff all the time, it doesn't always.
Doesn't always. And then, things break. Maybe they don't work
true.
as, so you have to replace it, or you need another one, you travel a lot, or you're, at work, or, so, it's always good to have enough of those products available to you, especially if you have a condition
absolutely.
To be able to check it and make sure that you are okay.
And monitoring is so important, isn't it?
Yes.
It goes to awareness. Just like you could say, think about how you feel after you eat a lot of sugar or processed foods. Well, think about how you feel after you have fruits and vegetables. There's a difference, right?
Yes.
If we can just get people to be a little bit aware. I mean, there's nothing like reading that number on the little strip. Oh, gee. We know that that's not good to have the sugars flying all over the place. I put that right up there with blood pressure monitoring. Anytime you can monitor yourself, it just increases awareness.
Yes,
And it sounds like that's a lot of what you guys are trying to do, is linking, not just selling products, but linking education with the product.
Yes.
Which increases awareness.
It does increase awareness, and and then it makes the customer that comes in here feel empowered.
Yes.
They have learned something.
Yes.
Like, wow, I did not know that.
Right.
The person that I was talking to earlier today did not convey this information to me, but now I walk in here, everybody comes in here at the right time. The time that they need, they walk in here, and then they walk out of here, usually they're smiling.
Because when the student is ready, right?
Exactly.
It's all about where you are and if you're ready.
And
Very good.
And empowerment is great, to be able to take care of your own health.
Absolutely. We
You
have
know,
to
not-
start. We have to start doing that. We cannot continue to put that solely onto somebody else.
Right.
We own some of that, and it feels good.
Yes, it does.
It's good to own your own health and wellness. All right, we're back with Diana. Immune system. We must discuss the immune system. It's cold and flu season. The kids have gone back to school. Every time I turn around, someone's advertising the flu shot. What kind of other things are people coming in here to purchase, to look for, that have been recommended by their physician or something they've seen?
Elderberry.
Yeah?
Elderberry syrup, elderberry lozenges, anything that has elderberry in it. Zinc.
Zinc, yes.
Yes,
Okay,
zinc.
I do sell some zinc lozenges in the pharmacy.
Yeah, so zinc lozenges are very popular. You know, it's been around for a while.
It has some
El-
studies with zinc.
Exactly, and you know, elderberry is relatively new mainstream, but you know, as a child, I was using elderberries.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It was my favorite. So, and you know, I didn't realize at that time, but now it all comes together. You know, the elderberries have work on the, you know, the virus, you know, as far as building the immune system, you know, to combat that. So
it's supportive. It's
exactly.
supportive for the immune
yes,
system.
it is. So you can't overstimulate your immune system with it. So it's kind of neat.
How about, do you sell emergency? I love the emergency. Any kind of vitamin C supplements?
We do have
Just do a lot
vitamin
of that?
C. Yes, we have the vitamin C supplements here on the, you know, in our vitamin section, and then we also have an emergency packets that
Okay.
we put into
I
your
love
water.
those. Yes, those
they're
are
a
so
little
great for the
fizzy.
kids. Yep. They think they're having soda.
Yes, and
God forbid.
probiotics. You know, those are also very.
Oh
People
my
are
gosh.
starting to recognize that those are good for the immune system.
Absolutely, that
So-
your immune system is in your gut,
Yes.
and that's important. Not only, well, and especially when you're on antibiotics. Sometimes I just wish for every antibiotic I could tell them. But sometimes the people now are coming in, and their doctor is telling them, ask the pharmacist to find a probiotic for you.
Oh wow! That
Yeah,
is
I'm
really
actually
exciting.
hearing that. It
Yes,
is,
it's
because
very
20 years
exciting.
ago I was really weird for recommending that.
Yes, well, you're not weird, so.
Right, yay. So you guys do sell the probiotics,
Yes.
and you have certain brands that you like that have the different little good guys that live in our gut.
Yes, and we have a few different, you know, choices. So, you know, from the basic acidophilus to one with maybe 8 different strains of probiotics. So it just depends on the person when they come in here. Also, another one for the immune system is the mushrooms.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the,
Reishi,
Yes,
maitake, shiitake, all those mushrooms, they will actually bring your immune system into balance.
I remember studying some
So-
of that, especially with traditional Chinese medicine. They would use the mushrooms in some aspects of that kind of healing.
Right, and it is important to ask, you know, as far as, you know, a lot of folks are not, they think that all herbs are stimulating to the immune system. So it's good when they come in here, we can, you know, discuss, you know, maybe what medications they're taking, what kind of other issues are going on with them, and bring them to the right product.
Right, and I know you guys also have a little handheld database
Yes.
that you can check out the medications. You can
Yes,
help
we
them
do.
help themselves check out those interactions, since there's not a pharmacist here. Although there probably could be, that would be nice. But if there's not, then you have that little device.
Yes, we do. And now we have it on an iPad, so we can.
Lovely.
It's a lot easier to use than the prior tablets that we were using.
People love that.
Yes.
And about also with the immune system, I think they've linked lack of sleep with weakening of the immune system, and Americans don't get enough sleep.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
Doesn't
Yes.
it?
Yes, because if your body's not in a rest state, then your body can't repair.
Absolutely.
So what are you doing constantly? You're disrepairing your body.
Exactly.
You know, it's
I
breaking it down.
You know what? I'm so glad you say that. When I have people that have an injury or they're taking pain medications for an injury, and I say, but it's so important that you sleep. Well, why? I said, that's where your healing takes place. And they didn't know that. And so it's just such an important thing. So if people, I would sell, of course, Ambien, Restoril, prescriptions that I sell, but people are now coming in because their doctor has recommended melatonin.
Yes.
Do you guys carry some good melatonin products?
Yes, we do. We carry melatonin products from 1 milligram to 5 milligrams. We carry it in the sublingual to the liquid form.
Oh,
The liquid
wow.
is really neat because you can adjust it. You can adjust it to your needs. You know, you can break the pills in half too, you know, the little tablets, but
That's so
it's-
important, because I'm finding
it's not
people
the same.
don't respond to the same doses. Like, they'll come back and say,
Right.
that melatonin you sold me didn't really work, or maybe it wasn't the proper dosage for that person.
Right, and you know, another precursor to the melatonin is actually the B vitamins, B complex. So,
That's a good point.
you know, as far as getting, you know, a person on a program, a good regimen of daily vitamins, minerals, and maybe adding some, if they are having issues with sleep, you know, getting a good B complex. The B vitamins work best when put together.
Absolutely.
So you isolate them, they can be beneficial. However, it's just easier just take one pill and get one tablet and get everything in there at the same time. And your body will produce its own melatonin at that point.
It will if it's given the right stuff. It's amazing what the body can do if it's given the right things to do it with.
Right. The body, it can heal itself, you know, with the proper tools, you know, and the proper nutrition. So it's very important to make sure that everyone that comes in here gets put on their own individual program, the right questions are asked, and they walk out of here feeling that they have learned something and they are taking care of their health. And that is our mission here, is to make sure that everyone is well.
I love it. It's a good mission, and it's a mission.
And we're not happy unless they're happy.
It's a mission America needs. It's
Yes.
a good mission. Scott, one thing that I think you and I have in common, even though I work in a pharmacy and you work in a wellness center, is that we both have customers coming in knowing they want something, some product to help them get on the track to wellness, but we know wellness doesn't come in a bottle. But they want something. They want a multiple vitamin. They maybe heard about essential fatty acids. How are you guiding people that just don't even know what they want?
Well, a lot of it depends on openness. You know, when people come in, you know, this is really a new experience for a lot of people. They know that they're not feeling well.
Yep.
And they know that, you know, what they're doing may be helping, but in the long run, they're still not feeling well. And I think people can sense that, you know, that's not right. And so they're looking for alternatives. But what we like to talk about when people come in is find out what they're doing. You know, what are they doing now?
Yeah, what are they already doing? That's a good point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can only start where you are.
Absolutely. And once we find out what they're doing, you know, we can find out what they're willing to do, because that's really the important thing here. You know, and you know, because it's heartbreaking, because we want to be able to teach and educate people.
Yes.
And that's really what the foundation of this is it's a new way of a new perspective. You know, it's a paradigm shift.
Yes, because it's not just about, you know, having products on a shelf or having products come up on your computer screen. You know, it's that, I think the missing link in wellness is education.
Absolutely. Absolutely, because everything is connected, and I think that that's what the people on the cutting edge right now are realizing, is that, and even knew long ago, that the human system is interconnected, and healing takes place on a lot of different levels. You know, and I'm not knocking the you know, conventional medicine industry at all,
right? Because those are my people, and you wouldn't do that.
Right, I wouldn't diss your people, but the body is perfectly capable of healing itself if given the right conditions, and that's what we're here for. We're here to empower people. You know, there's a lot of supplements out there, and you can spend a lot of money.
Well, and people do, but they don't even know why they're doing what they're doing.
Exactly correct, and that's really, I like to see our role here is that is purposeful supplementation is really important.
But sometimes, you know, you got a good quality multivitamin in you, you feel like that's magic.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because to that person who doesn't have the good diet or is kind of burning the candle at both ends, I know I feel better when I take my vitamin supplements.
Absolutely, me too.
Especially my B vitamins.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a great tour. I think what you're doing here is very, very interesting, and
thank you.
Like you said, new and cutting edge and bridging two worlds together. I love that idea.
Absolutely.
So thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thanks. Mary.
I had the opportunity to sit down with Stu Slomberg, the Director of Retail Operations at MaxWellness, where he told me all about the four-legged stool of success at MaxWellness, which is brick and mortar, e-commerce, wellness in a box, and the mini Max, or the Max Wellness within a hospital location concept. Here are the highlights of our interview.
Well, the wellness in a box is basically the assortment will depend on the venue.
Okay.
And it'll be at certain ER centers, urgent care centers, airports.
And you're talking wellness products, not drugs, not like the vending machines they have in California for prescription medications.
Yes, but again, it depends. At the airport, the assortment's going to be a little bit different. That's going to be for products that you may forget while you're traveling.
Oh, I see.
In an urgent care
Okay.
center, it'll be geared more towards wound care. In a
my
Las Vegas
gosh.
hotel,
Okay, yeah.
well, maybe Pepto-Bismol and
Right,
Rolaids.
B vitamins. Yeah, what else
Sure.
do you need for hangovers?
Well,
Yeah.
it may be products, for energy, and
To stay up later and gamble.
That's right.
You guys think of everything.
but in a fitness center, for example, the assortment would be different as well. Maybe for pre-workout, post-workout.
That is so cool. So it's like you're really focusing on who the people are, what their needs are,
Correct.
what are their problems, and then you put the solutions, whatever they may be, the products, in the little venues.
Right, and instead of them having to come to us, we can actually come to them. Our brick and mortar stores, there's no other stores like that in the world.
Right, that have every product
No.
imaginable for wellness
No,
under one
it's
roof.
7,000 different products for every age, stage in life.
Right.
Whether someone comes in and they're looking for homeopathic or natural remedy, a vitamin supplement, or it could be compression hosiery. It could be medical compression
Yeah,
hosiery.
right.
It could be sports compression hosiery. It could be orthotic. It could be a pair of footwear. It also could be something from it's durable medical equipment, or it could be a massage chair,
You have it all?
sleep solutions.
You
It
have it
is.
all.
It's problem and solution. And that's
Right.
what makes us so. It's a fun store. There's a lot of energy in the store. It's bright, and
I've been in the Beechwood store. It is fun. I have to say, it is pretty fun.
And I have to tell you about the advocates that are in these stores. They go through a tremendous amount of training,
Oh, these guys know their stuff.
and we need to make sure, and we pride ourselves on that, because we're going to get it right the first time.
Right. And like we talked about in there a little bit, it's not just about, for you guys at Max Wellness, selling products. You're really aware that when it comes to wellness, there has to be that educational factor.
That is correct, and I don't even like the word selling in our stores, because it's really
Well, that's what we
just
call them advocates.
well,
probably.
and they are. They're really they're
They're looking out for the patient. The
they are, and it's
customer.
more of a consultation type approach. The e-commerce site, over 20,000 different products.
That's, I
will
can't
be
even get my
available.
mind around.
It's that's going to continue to grow as well.
Okay.
But again, we do our homework. We're very thorough on our research on the products that we have in store and on our e-commerce site.
Yeah.
And these are all top national and international brands. We don't have any house brands.
Right.
And again, so it's what's best for the consumer.
So you go out and find the companies that are making the best products, and you bring them in.
That's
you're not,
correct.
You're not looking to reinvent something.
No, that's correct.
And on a product level, I mean, you are conceptually and how we look about
Right.
how we shop and how we purchase wellness products, but
That is correct.
yeah.
And then with the Max Wellness in the hospital stores, or the stores.
Which
in
is
the
my
hospital.
favorite, as I've
Yes,
said.
Yes. But
Yes.
it's interesting that I remember coming out to Lake Health back in, I think it was March, and this was all just a seating area.
Okay.
And I remember sitting right here, looking out the window, trying to envision the store here. And I struggled with it, honestly.
Really?
I did. I was like, okay, first of all, I need more room. I'm a field retail person, so I
Okay.
never have enough room.
I
You know,
see.
that's how it works. I need more space. But when the store was being built out, then it really hit me. And then when I saw the patients and I saw the staff walking through the hospital, and it really started to hit me again. I was like,
Yeah.
wow. And then when we opened, there was no doubt this was a perfect fit.
It's very cool. It's absolutely, so the vision then is to have one in every hospital.
Well, I don't know if we'll end up with one in every hospital. We're well aware of how many hospitals are out there.
It's a lot.
There is, but and not just the Max Wellness store in the hospital, but they may have other branches out there. For example, like the Cleveland Clinic, you've got all these different,
Yeah, they
they're
do.
in Twinsburg.
They're everywhere now.
Yeah, so that
my
may
goodness.
be a wellness in a box.
That's
know,
just kind of
right.
everywhere.
Correct. So it could be a store in one of the hospitals, and one of their branches may have the wellness in a box. But I hang on, because it's going to be a fun ride.
Oh,
And,
absolutely.
you know,
I have no doubts. No doubts at all. Well, I really appreciate you letting us bring our cameras into the store, talk to your wellness advocates, and that you've sat down. I know you're incredibly busy. In fact, you're heading out to Columbus
That's
not
correct.
too long to open a brand new store out there.
Yeah.
More wellness for Ohioans, and thank you very much
You're
for being
welcome.
on Good Medicine.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. I had a great time at MaxWellness. I learned a few things. I met some great people. I had some coconut water. It was a lot of fun. I thank you so much for watching Good Medicine, and we'll see you next time.